Hello there, my name is Retro. Like to talk about animation, and today we'll talk about Hello Boss Season 2, Episode 6. And this episode was surprisingly really good. It's one of those that I think that everybody needed because the last couple of episodes wasn't as strong. She should be strong. There's a lot of nitpicks here and there, but the nitpicks were honest. Like, one of the biggest changes is sort of the formula because we didn't know where we were going. They changed the front for something else and didn't feel as hell the boss. And secondly, the last episode was sort of developing a side character who needed development but didn't know how to, but they did it sort of the cliche way to sort of hurt itself, but at the same time needed to actually be attended, in other words. But besides that, this episode forgives all the sort of changes, nitpicks, everything, because this episode sort of reveals a little bit more about Blitz, like how he acts around people, why he has this sort of shield of negativity. He wants to care, but he doesn't want to care. His relationship with Stolas, why he sort of pretends this is not true love, is all connected to Fritz. And the reason why they hate each other, that because they were actually really good friends till the incident who took everything away. The incident that Blitz accidentally started. Like he started a fire in the tent of a circus that he really didn't mean to. It's one of those things, it's just a sort of accident. But the event what happened to Fritz, like he sort of celebrated his birthday, but instead of celebrating his birthday, he tries to fight for his survival in the flames of fire. When you think he sees the last days of his moments, or he think will die, he sees his best friend running away, left him to die. And that's why he given a bad taste in the mouth because obvious he survived. Now he's sort of kind of jaded, who could be a really asshole survivor who just keep repeating his trauma over and over again, but he doesn't. He matures. He still have bad taste in his mouth up by his best friend at the event, thinking he did it on purpose. But obvious, they showed the flashback that Blitz never actually did it on purpose. It was sort of accidental. In fact, he was sort of explaining himself a very interesting way that is very truthful. When things go bad, you just don't know what to do. The only thing you know is ask for help or look for help, and that's what Blitz did. But unfortunately, that sort of cost him his whole family and his friendship because, once again, it's just so many things happening at once. And Blitz didn't know how to handle it, especially how young he really was. So, yeah, you can see why Blitz kind of hated Fritz, but at the same time, he thinks he hated him because of that and what people told him. He sort of believes why they couldn't work anymore. That's why he had bad blood, even though he knows it's his fault. Also explaining why his relationships are already ends badly because he feels he should be punished because he has, you could say, survivor's guilt in a way that is possible in real life, that you can understand even more how he acts around Stolas, his friends, why he is one of those people who are wants to be in a relationship, but he denies himself or trying to invest himself with someone else's relationship without even they actually knowing. It's sort of complex how Blitz really is. And just sort of understand why he acts all the time this way. Because he feels he deserves it. And yet, not really. It just everything's an accident. That's why he's so difficult to actually have a relationship with someone, even his own daughter, who sort of denies him because she has her own teen angst, her own issues. But Blitz sort of gets it. Maybe that's why he adopted her than anything else. It's just very interesting. But I also like Fritz was sort of the opposite of Blitz. That incident took everything from him, including his body parts, his family, his friends, his whole career, and yet he's happy. The reason why, he has a very healthy relationship with his boyfriend who will give everything from him just to make him safe and comfy to protect him. And you can see why he opened up, became a better person instead of being jaded like Blitz. But I love it even more. The reveals that much. Reveals also about Striker. Striker, Blitz, and Fritz have this sort of very interesting conversation about killing the rich people, killing the seven kings, destroying everything. But each one has a point of view, what their basically life is. Like Blitz struggles all his life, so he hates the rich and powerful because they don't let him to grab things. He doesn't feel when he earned something, it was taken away. But I love that sort of approach of Blitz, how he feels. To Fritz, it's the opposite because he has talent. He earns everything, but it also was given to him at the same time. He is sort of the 1% in a way. In a way, he's not. He is. It's just that guy who earns everything because he is that talented. But I love it more. You also have Striker's point of view, who just despise everyone. He just want to see the rich and powerful just die. Even his own people deserve it to die. That's what he thinks. But I love it. They have this very interesting conversation that you understand each character's point of view, the way you agree and disagree with them. Even you understand why their race sort of was the bottom of the barrel. They have to scrape and survive, but yet all of them have very strong different opinions because of their background, who they were, what need to work with, and it's just sort of interesting. Even that you could say each one of them could be sort of a narcissist, or specifically more a Striker than anything else. But you just get Striker, you get everybody. But once more, Striker, you don't know how truth he really is because how egocentric he really does things downwards. That he want to basically run his own fantasy to be this badass cowboy. But once again, we just don't know the full truth. But that's all we know for right now. But I just found it fascinating that sort of that three-way conversation, how he wants to be respected Striker to kill these two or strangle them to manipulate other the seven kings to get one part of their pie thanks to uh Blitz, not Blitz, Blitz employer is his coworker. Sorry, I forget his name. Moxie. That his father still trying to get more power using Striker, striking using Blitz and Frozo. Sorry, my mind is a little bit going crazy, but you get the idea. Using those two to make a contract so he can have more power, more money, and respect. Everything has sort of a point downwards. No one feels wasted because this is a point I feel you can see the grand picture of everything, every single point of view, every single things happen for a reason. And that is sort of hard. That took time and a lot of thought. Sometimes you feel you're going nowhere, they change the formula, but yet you can see what Dizzy Pop and her crew trying to do. In my opinion, this episode accomplished that because you can easily tell who is who, their motivation, everything is just clear. Especially, I like how Blitz and Freeze Rose, you know who I'm talking about. They call him Freeze right now. That Fritz, there we go. What Fritz and Blitz sort of come to act to each other. You can see his relationship, what happened to him, the turn he take while asking forgive himself. That Fritz is the opposite. He forgives or not forgives. He just moved forward his life and made it better. Still be sort of repeating the same process. Blame Blitz. I mean, he still does, but yet he has his own control of his own life. Besides Blitz, he doesn't. But hopefully I do make sense of everything I said because this is sort of layer after layer after layer. It just goes on. And it's just fascinating, especially when everything went down. Like, Striker was this close, killing the whole crew, killing Fritz and Blitz, but he doesn't. Yeah, glad they never kill a Striker because Striker is still a very important character in the franchise. Besides, he's very likable, and the whole fact that I love him so much is that it's one of those villains that it's not time to get his bow yet. It's not time to kill this character because he still have more to do. If they kill him way too soon, it feels out of place. It feels it doesn't not gonna work. But kill him in the right moment. His bowing out moment being the badass villain or fake villain, you know you did your job right. But besides that, I just enjoy everything. I just enjoy exploring different relationships and sort of compare and contrast why so different. Specifically, Blitz and Fritz relationship, how their partners act, how they treat him. Especially, I love how Stolas goes to one of the seven kings of hell and asks for a favor for Blitz, so they don't have to use his book. Doesn't have no strings attached to him, just to make it a true relationship about how Blitz is, how he acts, how he thinks it's not a real relationship. That could change everything in the next episode, we just don't know. But I found fascinating how Blitz will react to this. Especially he sort of made amends with his best friend back in the day. It's just sort of interesting. Once more, these things have layers, but I feel every little thing landed. I hope I made sense. I don't know if I did make sense. Tell me down below. You agree? You tell me I missed something or not. Tell me down below. Let me know. Honestly, I got nothing else to say. Just thank you for watching.